In a village called Kamen, the residents watched a drama performance of No, Japan's oldest theater art. Still, at the same time, a man named Katayama deliberately set himself on fire because the villagers accused him of being the wrong person, even though he was trapped. After all, the accused fought back against the village officials. 10 years later, we are introduced to a Katayama's son named Yu, who grows up to be the wrong person with his mother, Kimi. He is working in a garbage dump to pay the debt of his mother, who is addicted to gambling. But in his workplace, he is often bullied and hit. The center of the garbage dump is often visited by the mayor named Shusaku Ohashi. This time, he intends to improve the image of Kamen Village by inviting people from the media. Elsewhere, there is Misaki Nakai, a village girl who just returned from Tokyo. She returned to her hometown because she experienced mental disorders while working in a big city. She will work as a public relations officer in the village at a garbage dump. When it is late afternoon, the workers in the garbage dump starts to go home gradually. It seems that a new worker approaches him named Ryuta Keikei. This man suddenly invites him to chat, but Yu ignores him because, so far, no one has ever wanted to talk to him. Yu went to buy something at the Minimart after work, but a mother kept gossiping about him, which was typical for him. Meanwhile, he had to deal with a useless mother when he came home. Kimi always asked for money to gamble, which stressed Yu even more. At night, Yu has to back to work at the dump. However, this time the appointment was illegal because he had to bury medical waste, which could contaminate the village, and the person who ordered him was a yakuza named Maruoka. Kimi owed to him, so inevitably, Yu had to pay for it. Maruoka could access the place because he had bribed the mayor and his son Toru. This man constantly bullies Yu, who is considered a criminal child. After working hard, Yu received a fee deducted from his mother's debt. Yu wanted to berserk occasionally, but he could only hide his anger. The next day, Yu heard a mysterious sound from a hole, but Ryuta didn't hear anything, which means Yu starts hallucinating because his life's burden is weighty. When his job is finished, Yu sees Misaki, who has just come to the garbage disposal office. Investigate, the two of them have been friends since childhood. Unfortunately, Yu's behavior worsened after his father passed away, and Misaki ever left the village for 10 years. Of course, Yu feels awkward in front of Misaki. At night, the mayor held a welcoming party for Misaki. He treated all the employees to eat, including Yu. But during the dinner, Yu didn't talk at all. And repeatedly, Toru bothered him by forcing Yu to drink alcohol, which made him vomit. The next day, Kimi returned to playing gambling and again lost. Because she got angry, Kimi vented her anger on other people. In the end, Kimi was detained at the local police station. Luckily, the person who caught her was Kokichi, the mayor's younger brother and a former dance teacher of Yu. After returning to his mother, Kokichi invited Yu to walk and meet with Misaki. And then Kokichi and Misaki practice drama No while Yu watches it. Kokichi said there would soon be a festival in the village and intended to invite Yu and Misaki. After meeting with Yu and Misaki, the police immediately visited his mother, namely Fumi. Fumi, the village ruler, is currently suffering from cancer. Her condition is very severe and makes her unable to speak. Conversely, the mayor lies to his younger brother if the family's economy is challenging, even though he has corruption and gets bribes from the yakuza. On the other hand, Misaki remembers back her childhood with Yu. Meanwhile, Yu is back to doing illegal work for Maruoka. After going home from there, Yu screams in the room after holding back the emotions that have been building up for days. The next night, Misaki invites Yu to attend the masked festival, and then watch the No drama performance which Kokichi directly performs. But as time passes, the show reminds Yu of his father's death. Maruoka came to Yu's house a few days later to warn Kimi, who owed 3 million yen in debt. That money can't be paid if Yu works as a garbage disposal officer. Here, Yu wants to punch his mother, but he doesn't have the heart to do it. That day, Yu went back to work as usual, but this time, Misaki offered him another job, namely to be a guide for students. This garbage dump would open an educational program for the local elementary school. Toru immediately rejected this idea. He felt that Yu needed to be more suitable to be a guide. Here Toru also brought up his father's past, which made Yu go straight away. After came home from work, there was heavy rain in Kamen Village. Misaki asks Yu to deliver her home. Misaki tries to calm Yu down in a car, who is insulted by Toru. But this man doesn't need pity from anyone. Misaki then apologized and invited Yu to stop by her house. They were both immediately greeted by Misaki's younger brother, Kiichi. Misaki then gave a wooden mask to Yu. After she provided him a mask, Misaki offers him a previous job again, namely a children's guide. Again and again, Yu ignored it because he felt inappropriate. But Misaki convinces him that he is the right person. Because Yu was touched, Yu immediately hugged her, and it was so comfortable they finally screamed until morning. After that adult scene, Yu becomes a better person. He shaves his mustache and beard to be a good guide for children. On the other hand, because Yu has become part of public relations, the victim of Toru has changed. Now Ryuta has to be responsible for that bad thing. But on the other hand, Toru still underestimates Yu. Yu comes to Misaki's house again at night, who has officially become his girlfriend. Misaki said she and the mayor were quite satisfied with Yu's performance. As a guide for students, the mayor planned to broadcast the program on television. Not long after, Yu's phone suddenly rang. He is left in a rush because the one who calls him is Morioka. 2 days ago, the mayor held an extensive meeting with the villagers. At this meeting, the mayor said that Yu would appear on television as the village's representative and as a garbage dump. Still, some residents didn't agree because Yu's parents had a bad history. This thing was immediately denied by Misaki and the mayor, both sure that Yu would do it well. After the meeting, the mayor immediately told Yu about the television program earlier. He asked him to stop working in Morioka because it would be a problem if he was caught. Yu was happy to accept the TV job. He didn't want to be underestimated by people anymore. Since that day, Yu became more excited about life. Toru no longer underestimates him and becomes famous because he often performs on TV. One night, Toru suddenly visits Misaki's house when it's quiet. As usual, he tries to convince Misaki that Yu is the wrong person. He then showed a video of when Yu was working for the Yakuza. After that, Toru wanted to rape her while recording it with his cell phone. He insisted even though Misaki had whined while saying don't do this. Luckily, Yu came at the right time and immediately stopped Toru. Both of them fought even though Yu lost big compared to Toru. Here Yu also started daring to hit him. As a result of the fight, Yu goes to work in a battered condition. Finally, the mayor orders his staff to cover the bruises with makeup. Today, Yu be invited to the TV shows because he is considered a young man who inspires many people. Thanks to that TV shows, Kamen Village has become famous among tourists. Apart from having an influential Japanese culture, this village is also considered to have a sound garbage disposal system. On the other side, Yu also becomes more famous because he often does shows on TV. At night, the mayor held a dinner at his house to celebrate the success of Yu in Kamen Village. Fume, the most respected figure, also attended this event. At this dinner time, the mayor praised Yu and Misaki's performance, so that this remote village could become famous. A few days later, Yu returned to visit the disposal site, because there would be a student study tour. He also asked permission from the workers, so they wouldn't be disturbed later. Kiichi has also started holding on to that place before entering college. On the other hand, Ryuta will stop soon because his debt was paid off. He then encouraged Yu, who was getting busier daily, and not long after, Kiichi accidentally finds medical waste from Morioka on the sidelines of a pile of garbage. And it turned out that much medical waste had polluted the village water. The mayor also handed over this problem to Yu. In other words, Yu must lie to the media about the water quality in Kamen Village. On the other side, Kiichi is starting to worry about the impact of medical waste. He finally reported it to Kokichi, which means Morioka, and all the workers involved could have been arrested. Shortly, Kokichi immediately went to the disposal site and secretly investigated. He tried to find Toru's whereabouts, which just disappeared for a few days. Kokichi was suspicious of Yu, but he didn't have any evidence, and then at night, Morioka's men and all the workers were arrested by the police. Ryuta was also caught, even though it was his last job. It made Yu very panicked, and when asked by Kokichi, he lied and pretended not to know about the illegal activity. To cover up this case, Yu invited Kiichi to a conference burst. Yu explained what happened without telling the mayor's secret in himself. At the same time, Kiichi can only be silent. The only thing he said is that he is a fan of Yu. Meanwhile, Kokichi came to his older brother and asked about Toru. He also got some clues from the illegal dumping. Kokichi needed solid evidence to find Toru and prove that his older brother was involved in the vicious circle. At the same time, Yu is intercepted by Morioka in front of his house. This Yakuza threat will be brutal if Yu reports him to Kokichi. So far, Kokichi doesn't know who is the real mastermind. Yu immediately becomes angry and to assuage his anger, he puts on a mask that Misaki gave him so that other people cannot hear the sound of his crying. The next day, the police finally found Toru's body. But because his face had broken, they found it hard to know him. Seeing that, you rush away from the garbage dump. But instead, he is intercepted by journalists bringing up his father's past. This journalist made him angry, and he wanted to beat the reporter. After calming down, suddenly he was approached by Kiichi. He is saying that he saw Yun saved his sister. In other words, Kiichi knows who killed Toru. Yu suddenly took Kiichi to the police station to make a false confession so that he wouldn't be jailed. But Kiichi didn't want to lie, so the two of them fought in the car until it hit a big tree. Kiichi got fair treatment and was then sent back to the house. Misaki then calmed Yu down, who felt guilty. She was sure all of this you did for her. Misaki finally decided to surrender and bring herself to the police, because it turned out that the person who killed Toru was Misaki, not Yu. At the same time, Kokichi managed to find Toru's cell phone and got proof that Yu was involved in illegal exile, as well as being a witness to Toru's death. At the time of the incident, Yu almost died by Toru, but Misaki helped him by stabbing Toru in the neck. While Misaki contemplated her decision again, Yu chose to meet the mayor and asked for help. But he and Misaki would be sacrificed for all the mayor's mistakes instead. Yu remembered again about his father, who the mayor's family was also trapping. Yu gets brutal and kills him because he doesn't want to be a victim again. After that, they burn that house, including the mayor's body and Fumi's. When leaving the house, Yu is detained by Kokichi, but he is unmoved while staring at the burning house. At the end of the film, Kamen Village looks very quiet. And then Kiichi walks, leaving that wrong village, and the movie ends.